I'm standing in what's called the Bishop's Courtyard, and we've had some very famous bishops that lived here. And these are some of their shields. Look, that one there. Anyway, I read quite a bit about worms. I was here, the family was here in 1980, and I don't remember any of this. But the Cathedral of Worms is designated as a royal cathedral. It's classified as a dome. And this thing is huge. It's one of the biggest churches I've ever come across. So Worms was settled originally by Celts. They were displaced by Germans. The Germans were displaced by the Romans. And then the Romans were displaced. And the Burgundians ruled for a while. So it has a very, what do you say, what kind of history?
It has a history that goes deep into antiquity.
And at one point it was a free state. So it had control over all its businesses, and it didn't kowtow to anybody but the Pope in Rome. So we're going to try and get in there. There's also, this was also the seat of the German royalty, and European royalty came out of this city. So we're going to try and see if we can go inside. And then in this, very close by, is a Jewish synagogue, a Jewish cemetery. There's hardly any Jews here now. Okay. We're inside the church, and the service is going on. Say the Lord's Prayer. Okay, we're going to leave. This church is so huge, you have to be a quarter of a mile away from it. We were inside, they were doing service. It was really dark, so now this is where I was at in 1980. So I don't know what we're going to visit next. We're looking, there's a sign that says, to the Roman Kaiser. When we left, they were saying the Lord's Prayer. So by the way, this is November 10th, and we have found our way to this Jewish cemetery that was started in 1078 to 1911. There's some really, really old stones down in a corner, down there somewhere. They're all rabbis, and they died in the 10th thousand years. So, okay, Joe wants me to come over there. There's that. I'll be. So there's the circle with the star in it.
And we've seen it on 3 occasions.
Yeah.
On a very ancient church.
Well, but what? So that's really a puzzlement. It's on the Jewish tombstone. Okay. So this is interesting. We have a couple of tombstones in German, but all around it is Hebrew, written in Hebrew. It's just a jumbled mess, like the one in Prague. And then, for some reason, we have that old building in the background that's not inhabited, fallen down. That's not like Germans to do that. And then we have them also in the wall, stuffed into the concrete. So now we're going to go find something else in Worms. I never realized Worms is such a ancient city. It's in a contest with Cologne and Trier as the oldest city in Germany.
Let's go through that door and walk to the other side of it.
Sure. So there's a map there on the wall, and it said some of this, supposedly we're standing on a Roman street, and then there's some Roman walls. And this is a Dominican cloister, but we heard him singing and playing the organ inside. And this thing has got a different cap on the tower. I've never seen one look like that.
It looks like a crown.
Looks like a sandstone.
I mean, the image is like a crown.
Okay, so we're going to try and find the Roman walls. So we found some very, very old sarcophagus. And then, if you look at the bottom of this wall, that's where the Roman wall is. This is amazing stuff here, really old. This is also very old, started in 1059. So Christian Sean should remember this. This is the gate to a bridge that goes over the Rhine River. And the Americans tried to bomb this thing. If they had any spare bombs, they tried to bomb the bridge during World War II. And then we have this little harbor here, park boats, and we're under another massive bridge where we're parked. And so we're going to find a restaurant on the river. And that's where these people are going. They're going to that restaurant. But it's not for me. But I've always loved the towers and that thing right there. And you know, it's so foggy. You just, where's the sun at? So we went into the Hagenbrau, the Worms Gasthaus Brauerei, and we had Hackbraten mit Kartoffelpüree and Bohnen with a kleines Gartensalat. delicious. And then we have the Rhine River. And it's so foggy that now you can see the bridge. And you can see the towers of the gate to the bridge. And we're really in a nice place. It's just foggy. Really foggy. We were thought about going over to that restaurant, but we didn't do it. So, gonna get into that black bombshell of a car and we're gonna take off. Go to Oppenheim.